Alright guys, part 2 on the swivel seat. I made some adjustments. Quite a bit of adjustments actually. So the very first adjustment I made was these guys, they didn't clear for whatever reason. There was a plate here and went over it, and I didn't realize on the video 1 that this plate was on top of this bolt. This bolt doesn't really do anything. I checked underneath if it supports anything, and there's nothing there to support, so I figured, you know what, just cut a notch and work around it. And this bolt here that it came with, it was touching a little bit of this bolt here, which is the one that secures the frame, the rails for the seat. So I shaved off the top so this thread here won't touch. That was the issue. About two threads were sticking out of the nut down in here. And it was touching this. When you would sit on it, when you go and you try to go swivel while you're sitting and driving as a passenger, you're wanting to swivel and motion, and you can't because your body weight pushed this down, and it created like some kind of locked up on there. So what I did is added some washers. I was gonna cut 2 of the threads. I decided to put 2 washers, and that raised up this nut here. I raised it up and gave clearance so it won't touch in there and jam up inside that Torx head. So 2 things: shaved a little bit on top, painted it, 2 washers to raise this up, painted that too, and then cut a notch to fit this flush with the base of the passenger seat. I was gonna cut this, but when you slide the seat forward a lot, quite a bit, it's kind of hard to reach it a little bit. It's not too bad actually. I figured I'll leave it alone. I was gonna cut like up to here, but you know, it's not a big deal. I'll just leave it the way it is for now. So again, I cut a notch here. Now it sits flush flat. Before it was like raised up, and you could barely see this tip here. So now it's flush. I put some butyl here so it'll be nice and sturdy. It won't have a little bit of a play. Cause it had a little bit of a play. So you can put plastic washers, rubber washers, silicone, or butyl. So I use butyl on all 4 corners, a little bit around the bolt area. And then this here, on the seat, it would rub against here. At the bottom it was a rod. This is the rod for the lever to go forward and back. So this rod here was touching that center nut, and it was touching a little bit. You could hear it and feel it a little bit. So what I did is I grind this off a little bit, and I painted it. I don't know if you can tell how much I took out. I thought about bending it forward up more, but no, I don't want to jeopardize the track. So I just shaved it off. So it should clear it. I have not installed it yet. I'm about to right now. And then on the nut, I shaved the highest point down. I grind it off, and then I smooth it out with a sanding disc. And then the main modification I did on this, as you can probably already tell, swing it out and lock it. So right there it's locked in place. I went ahead and cut 2 inches here, right? And then I cut this part of the base, of the factory base of the seat, about 1 inch. Right there, I cut that out. So that gives me a total of 4.5 inches of opening. So now I have access to put things in and out here. So right now I have a flashlight in there so you guys can see. So looking forward to installing this and see, should be good as far as having access to it now. So here are the plates, guys. Here are the 1 7/8 the bottom, and the top was 2 inches. This is the 1 7/8 bottom. The reason why I cut it a little shorter, only because there's a reinforcement T-shaped rod runs from here to here, and it's right on the edge of it, and it did remove a few of the welds, maybe about 3 of them, but I don't think that's going to affect it, so I went ahead and left it alone. I didn't weld more on the sides. I just don't have my welder set up ready for that, but in the future if something were to come up, I would weld the edges and add a couple more inches of bead of weld to reinforce it. I don't think it needs it. I think I should be fine with it, but in the future I'll check. So by cutting 2 inches, I don't think it's going to affect the performance of the swivel. There are these rollers here, and the tracks are right about here. Then there's this little welded area here. There's another little part of it here that works together with it. I have not noticed any jeopardizing the performance of it, at least not yet until I install it. There may be a part 3 video on this once it's in motion. I'll show you guys the you know, the capabilities that I can do. But other than that, that's it. I think I got everything covered. So yeah, notch here for the bolt. Couple washers for these guys for the seat track there. Grind this off, and then grind a little bit here of this rod to clear this part when you're sliding the seat forward and back. And then 2 inches here, and then 1 inch here. That gave me 4.5 inches of opening, full access. Alright guys, good luck out there. Again, this is going to be Vans, customvans.com, I believe is the website. Don't correct me on that. But anyways, there's the, I don't know if you can see it there. There it is. There's the part number and stuff. Alright, signing off.